Next city on our list is Valencia.
Oh, Valencia, that was fun.
It was one of my favorite cities in Spain. I love that experience.
I think so, and it was good. It was really good.
Yeah. So.
I don't think the train ride there was that good, but
Yeah, that was a long train ride.
Oh man, it was. I would. You know what? If you're gonna be going city to city, just do plane. Like, pay the extra $100, $150.
Yeah, I'm not that rich, but yeah. But if you're on a budget, take the train.
Yeah, if you're on a budget, but because our travel would sometimes go at nighttime, so I can't even see outside the train.
Yeah.
So you kind of just stuck with the dude in the train.
Yeah. Actually, the trains are pretty empty as well.
Because it's expensive. That's why. I mean, it wasn't that cheap. Plane being another $50 to $100 more is worth it. I would say some cities maybe go by bus. It is nice to go through bus, but train you miss everything.
Yeah.
I would rather just do the bus then, because bus is actually cheaper.
So back to the city, I guess. Valencia is a very beautiful city. It's architecture. It's a smaller city than Barcelona by far. Right?
Yeah, it is. You can walk across.
But it just has this charm. And it's by the shore, kind of beachside type. It has these beautiful beaches. It has this tropic type vibe. It has a lot more tangerine orange trees. That's when we were kind of introduced to these trees.
Everywhere you go, you see these beautiful trees with oranges on them, and it looks nice because they're like, oh, that's cool. Because the contrast of the color, like green and then it's orange. It's nice. But the thing is, the city it's got like the old school buildings because of its history and how old the city is, but then also it's got like a city vibe, where like a modern city vibe with a few new buildings, and then it has this massive park. I don't know, it's a ravine, it's a park, it's like it literally is it's a nice greenery area that goes across the entire city, where you can walk, bike, or use a scooter if you want, but I don't want to do it. I think biking is more fun. Across the entire city and get to the beach, and then go back to the middle of the city, go to the tourist areas, go where regular people go. It was interesting. It was just so much fun because you got a mix of everything. You got a mix of greens, you got a mix of beach, you got a mix of city, you got a mix of history. You're like, I just want to stay here.
Yeah, I would definitely stay there if I were to go to the university.
I think I would go back.
Yeah,
I'd go back to Valencia. Yeah,
for sure, definitely.
Because it's just nice, and I'd go back with friends and check it out again.
Yeah, it was nice. We had a really good time, and let's talk about some of the art. So we checked out some art museums, in Valencia. One in particular. What did you think of it?
I think it wasn't. So I think the art museum, it didn't go back to like the early history, like 2,000 years ago.
Not the Islamic history part.
Oh yeah, or 1,500 years ago. It was only from like the 1930s, 40s. It showed some stuff about the World War, some statues and some interesting. They did show a lot of stuff about their civil war that they had. That was it seemed like important to them, and I guess that's where they stopped. It's like that civil war was like, all right, after this is Spain, where or this is Valencia, and they didn't go back before that. And in one place they in one of the rooms it was really nice. They would they had a symbol of a soldier that is symbolized their, I guess, the end of their civil war, was it?
Okay.
And they would ask you to take a sticky note. They would give you a pen, and they would say, explain your experience that you've had, and then it's done with civil war. And you would write your experience, and then when you put your sticky note, they would give you that soldier figurine, which was a symbol of their civil war or the end of their civil war.
Man, I love that. I love that. I know, Hisham, you grew up in Afghanistan during a unique time.
Yeah, so the day I was born, it was what is it? There was a truce day.
Okay.
From the civil war that was happening in Afghanistan at that time, and I could have not existed if there was no Tuesday, because the civil war was happening in the cities, bombing everything, right? So that day was a Tuesday, and I was born at home. There was obviously no hospitals because everything was dangerous, and then the next day there was like houses just down the street from us got like bombed, and it was pretty scary. But
so what did you write about in your?
that's what I wrote about. That was exactly what I wrote. I wrote about that I was born in a Tuesday of a civil war that was happening in Afghanistan in those days.
Wow, I'm sure it felt nice to just let that out.
That was the
Share
first.
that story.
That was the first time that it meant a lot more than just a story, because those people had gone through it, and it meant a lot to them, and that they would, they would ask you to write about it and post it on their wall. It means something to them.
Wow.
Because you don't really talk about civil wars. We haven't had it in Canada. There was some civil wars in history that they talk about, and when you learn history in grade 10, that's it, right? But that was a bit different. It was nice to share and put it there, and people come and read, because I read a bunch of other stories of others.
Yeah, I remember reading a lot of, and
yeah.
I remember reading about the Korean War, like just people's
Yeah,
notes,
people.
and
Yeah,
it was
and
nice.
Civil war is not something. I mean, any war is not nice, but civil war is even worse because it's within the same people, like the city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice to read those stories and just learn. So that's awesome. So just to get on another note, we met really cool people in Valencia. We made some really good friends, and they were from the Netherlands, and their names were Kheri and Nadina.
Yeah.
Right?
So I have family in the Netherlands, right? And it was so funny that they lived in the same small city that my uncle lives. And that was really interesting. Like how small of a world can it be that in the smallest one, very small, it's like, going like somebody meets somebody from like, you travel to Muskoka from, let's say, Thailand, you come to Canada, you travel to Muskoka because that's your uncle lives there, and then you go to a different country, and then you suddenly meet them and you say, oh, my uncle lives in Muskoka. I mean, it's such a small city, and so it's the same thing, and it's Wageningen, and they live there. It's a very farm, like there's a lot of farms there, and it was really interesting, like to meet someone in such a specific, and they're very familiar with the Pakistani culture and the Muslim culture. Very interesting, because they had a lot of friends who were Muslims and also from Pakistan, that they actually knew phrases, and she even knew how to cook. One of them knew how to cook biryani.
Yeah, I was really impressed. To be honest, I was really impressed. Borderline about to bring this girl home, but to meet my mom. And
I think she's gonna be watching this video, so
it's okay. But yeah, I was so impressed. They, Khari knew so much Urdu, and yeah, just very into like Pakistani cooking, like biryani. Just really nice girl, just beautiful girls, very nice. And yeah, we had a really good time. And we made that really strong friendship, and it was a really good experience.
Yeah, and they had respect for us, and we had respect for them, and it was we went biking down that ravine that I was talking about in Valencia, and it was a good experience. And they were better bikers, because in the Netherlands everybody bikes.
Yeah.
And we're trying to
we're just trying to keep up.
Keep up.
And I think we're pretty healthy. I don't think we're like.
Yeah, we exercise.
We exercise, but we couldn't keep up.
We can, because they do that since childhood every day. That's their form of transportation with bicycles. But yeah, it was fun, and that's why we enjoyed it, is because we met good, very nice people.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them was actually a mechanical engineer, just like me. It was interesting, and talked about the manufacturing and stuff. It's boring stuff. I'm not gonna bore you about it, but it was cool to connect with people in that sense.
Absolutely, and I think the mindset was so similar. I think we had we shared so many different things between us and them. And even though they live in a different continent, they were so similar to us.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, and I mean, that would mean that we're good people. So when you meet good people, you know, you connect even no matter where you live. You know,
Yeah.
I would say the universal laws of being good is everywhere. So calling myself good, but yeah.
So it was great. We went around town. We had ice cream. We tried a really cool dish called paella, and paella is
I
basically
think they don't pronounce the L there. They say paella.
paella. Okay,
Yeah,
so he knows how to
paella.
pronounce it better. But paella is it's like a spicy dish, almost like biryani, but not as spicy. Almost
And
like
also
pulao.
not that much spices and masala on the rice. I think they don't have much more than salt and pepper and saffron.
Saffron, yeah.
Yeah, and then they have like fish in there, like
Fish or
different
shrimp.
seafood or shrimp, and they just kind of mix it. And
So that was a dish that I actually enjoyed, and it reminded me of a Saudi dish called kapsa.
yeah, and
Very
and
delicious.
I noticed that they have small portions.
Yeah, it's like
I guess
I
clearly
need a
we're-
second serving of this.
I guess we clearly eat a lot.
Yeah,
You can see. Kind of burn it when you eat it, but I was kind of disappointed because I finished. I'm like, I could have had some more, but I guess not.
I agree. Like the portion sizes are kind of small, and
That restaurant was a restaurant that they did tell us that it was one of the best in town.
it was.
But who told us?
I think the hostel folks,
Oh.
because they ran out of paella. They ran out of.
Oh yeah,
they sold
yeah.
out.
There was a paella dish thing there in the hostel, but we didn't buy our tickets early enough.
Yeah,
Oh, we didn't tell them. We went to a masjid in Valencia. Yeah.
we did.
Yes, it's a
yeah.
small one, and it was very interesting.
It was like a small musalla type,
Yeah.
like a rundown, not a rundown, but kind of old.
So he thinks it's run down because he lives in North America, but really that's how it is at most places. You know, he obviously like not in Dubai, that big. What's that big white mosque called in Dubai?
I forget. It's the world's biggest mosque.
It's huge. Or you know, Saudi Arabia, obviously the Masjid Al Aqsa, and you know, that's different. But masjids are like that in most places because people don't have money to spend all these little details in the mosque. And I mean, obviously they want to. They want it to be beautiful, but I think that it was amazing to see in such city where there's such minority Muslims to have a masala, and they also had the old school toilets. Do you know what I mean? So you know how we sit in toilet here with it's kind of above. No, this one there's no above. What do you call them? I don't even know.
Dude, I don't know what they're called. I'm just afraid of them. It's
So
like a
I
suck
don't
me.
like how you've never experienced it before, right? Or
I somewhat.
so in Pakistan or
In
when
Pakistan,
yeah.
yeah.
So you didn't live with it.
No.
So I mean when I lived in Iran, that's how it is, right?
Oh.
And so for me, it wasn't like hard.
Yeah.
But this guy, I mean, I knew he was gonna like have trouble. So it took him a while when he went in there. It's like, I'm like, are you okay? You're not gonna drop your phone down there?
It's like Tunnel of Doom.
I'm not sure if he was facing the right way.
No, that's funny.
I don't even know if your knees could handle that type of.
It's like a squat, right?
Yeah.
You gotta hold that squat, and then
You don't have to hold it. If you're holding it, you're doing it wrong. It's supposed to be a comfortable position, actually. You know what? Here's a little bit of like fun fact. You know, kids when they play, they squat down and they sit.
they do.
They do. You know, you don't notice like they literally just sit. You know, when they're on playing like with sand.
Okay.
And they can do it for hours?
Yes, yes, yes.
That is actually very good for your back. You can research this. You guys can Google it.
Oh wow. Okay.
And that's why kids don't get tired. And then over time, we sit comfortably like this.
And we just get used to it.
We get used to it, and then we cannot actually sit like that, and that's better for you.
Oh my god.
So don't diss the stance.
Don't diss the squat, guys.
Yeah, don't be dissing the squat. But yeah, that was it was good, and I think we kind of needed that downtime because we had a lot of go in Barcelona, and then we go to Valencia, and then we kind of spend that, what was it, like an hour, 2 hours in there, and it was nice. You see like 3 kids coming in learning, 4 kids coming in learning
In the mosque, yeah.
in the mosque, and then
So it was nice. It was refreshing. I was like, wow, okay.
yeah,
This is good.
yeah, it was, and it's good.
And then Another highlight was we went to visit the City of Sciences, which is an area in Valencia which has this really cool boat-like structure and all this water, gardens, botanical gardens, and that was actually a very stunning area. I love that area.
It was beautiful. Architecturally, it looked like they really, really worked hard at it. It was beautiful. It got a nice mixture of glass and a very unique structure with trees and the nice little lake. Obviously, all man-made, but it was beautiful. And that's why I'm saying is the mixture of history and modern came about. And we took some nice pictures. We did, and I think you posted some.
Yeah.
I just don't want to break Instagram. That's why.
Yeah, they're pretty fire. And after kind of exploring the City of Sciences, by the way, I left my glasses there, right?
Oh
so
yeah,
I lost
I mean,
my glasses there.
Do you know why? Do you guys want to know why? Okay, listen. He wanted to take this super nice pose, so he's like, "Let me take off my glasses and have a nice pose in front of the structure." And then it backfired because he forgot the glasses. And then he came back. It wasn't there.
I'll actually post a picture with my glasses there. And then I went to the lost and found, and I still couldn't find it. I'm like, screw my glasses. And then I just ordered another one online that day.
But he didn't pay for it because it was his dad's insurance. So it wasn't like he's just gonna order. You know what I'm saying? No, $200, $300, $400, no problem. No, it's his dad's insurance. That's why he could get it.
Yeah, and this time I bought like 2 or 3 pairs.
And have you lost any thus far?
No, I haven't. But actually, the lens quality on this one isn't as good as the ones that I lost. So I wish I had those back.
Yeah.
But
you live and learn, right?
I live and learn. So awesome experience, fun time. The hostels were awesome there. I really liked it, and the breakfast was delicious. Let's tell them about the breakfast at the hostel.
So I mean, they had cold cuts, right?
Okay.
The breakfast there was cold cuts, but we're two, like, I would say, decent size male individuals, and we walk a lot during the day. So we eat a lot.
We pig out basically on the breakfast.
So when we go there, I mean, for what? How much? €4?
Like super cheap. I can't even
remember.
Right,
€3-4.
Yeah.
Would be like 3-4 eggs. Two
Yeah,
eggs. We eat 2 eggs with lots of cheese.
Yeah.
Like basically that amount of cheese we ate is the amount we paid for. And we would have tea and maybe coffee and then another fruit and then what else? Jam, and then what else? We had some more stuff. Butter.
Yeah.
Toast.
Croissants.
Lots of croissants,
So
and then we
good.
would
Muffins.
don't tell them this, but we would also like shove a bunch in our pockets for snacks later. We're not allowed to do this, but we're slick like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Budget traveling, right?
Exactly. So it was awesome. I love breakfast there, and the eggs. So the eggs in Spain are just, I don't know why, they're just more delicious. Maybe because they're brown.
I think it's the free run, like they let their chickens run around instead of being in a box.
Yeah.
Yeah. This free run and it feels like it's organic, but then again, what do we know? Because our eggs here is like it was so yellow. What is it?
The yolk.
The yolk was so like. It just looked so vibrant.
It was so fresh. Like it was delicious. It was delicious. So loved the food. One of my ultimate best cities. And yeah, the fun part was just biking around the city, right? And I love the haggling with the.
Funny how we didn't talk about history because we didn't really care. We were so like so into the city and the beauty and the fun stuff that we just kind of like, we'll take a break on the history here.
Absolutely, yeah. So we were just enjoying full mode and
yeah. We had ice cream too, gelatos. But
oh my god, it was really
pretty good. Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, I've had better gelatos elsewhere, so now I'm like, this was above and beyond. So, yeah, it was good.
It was awesome. Just biking around the city. I love that. We were even haggling with the with the owner of the bikes.
The dude was like, €15 per bike. I'm like, listen, man, I come from the Middle East. I never pay for the price you ask for, okay? Like, you gotta, like, just give me a, what I'm saying? Like, trying to, like, bike here, but on a budget travel, bro. Like,
exactly.
He was nice, he did it. And then, last thing before we move to the next city. We forgot where the bike store was.
Oh, my God.
And we were almost late for our bus.
Yeah.
So we're running around, you know, these guys got lots of small streets, corners, and everything looks like, you know, it's fresh, and we didn't pinpoint it on our GPS. Like we said, we'll find it. Turns out it was a lot harder, and we could have missed our bus. And you know what? We did it. We had our luggage in the bike because we had to check out, and there was not enough time to come back to the hostel. So we kind of just shoved our luggage on our bike, like.
So imagine riding a bike with your backpack, with your luggage, and trying to balance all that. Like it's super tough.
And also maneuvering around all the crowd
people
there is in the city. It was fun. Wouldn't do it again.
Good tip to learn from us is actually to write down the address or the location of where you rented your bikes from, or else
Yeah.
before
Just pinpoint it on Google Maps.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, get the name. Like,
even
don't be
the
dumb.
name, yeah. So
learn
it
from.
took us a while, and then what happened was I actually got lost. So
Oh,
these
this guy went a different way, and we're like looking for him after we drop off the bike. It just went in a chain of like, I'm like,
And
where's
then my
this on
GPS wouldn't work on my phone. Like I had data.
Yeah, so also don't go with a phone that's like half broken. Like his phone was dead. He opened it. He opened it with a knife he took from the thing to fix it a couple of days ahead. Anyways, have a proper phone and put the stuff on your GPS.
And then I used to hotspot this guy.
Oh,
And
because
then we
my
used to
phone would
travel,
work.
yeah.
Because you
Yeah.
know, and you give me hotspot. Because I didn't care for data. Because when I travel, I like to be free from internet.
Yeah.
But this guy had to always post.
Gotta message my family, and
Yeah, well, I mean, you can message your family when you're in the hostel. You can message your family in the hostel. It's like he had to stay connected.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so it was fun, like just Mission Impossible, returning those bikes,
It would be,
and then we got right back on time.
and then we were like speed walking to the bus station
Yeah.
because if we took the bus, it would have taken longer. So we were tired, and then we took the bus to take rest.
Yeah, that was awesome. No, that's good.
Yeah, I went to Madrid.
So next up is Madrid.